Cheers. We're up.
Cheers, boys.
Hey.
The gang is back.
We're back. Hey.
Love you guys, man.
Love you too. Love you
It
too.
was a good dinner.
We had a wonderful dinner
Started talking about
at
what was
Eddie
important.
V's. And now we're here to see one of the most compelling fucking championship fights in a long time. A really interesting one.
Well, it's
man.
never happened before. Number one pound for pound versus number 2 pound for pound, both in their prime.
Both champions moving up a weight class. You know, it's the whole thing, everything. And then Yair Rodriguez and Josh Emmett. Yair Rodriguez is one of my favorite guys to watch.
Killer.
Because he look at that jumping round kick. He does like Taekwondo shit, but he does it with a guy who knows everything else. Like he's
That
one of the
knockout's
best
silly.
examples. Oh, that elbow was amazing.
That was nuts.
But he's so dynamic, man. The stuff that he does 360 roundhouse kicks. Remember when he fought BJ? He hit him with a 360 roundhouse
dude.
kick to the face.
Landed it.
Is he the
Bro.
most dynamic striker in UFC history?
No.
Who's more?
He's the
Who beats him?
He's the best Taekwondo style kicker.
That's dynamic.
Although
Because
you could
Taekwondo
say- you
takes
could
it
say-
to the limit.
Right.
Taekwondo does all the
Wonderboy-
stuff that Muay Thai doesn't.
But dynamic is everything. Dynamic is who lands the most telling blows. Like who's the most
Okay,
crushing.
maybe
Izzy.
dynamic isn't the
Izzy.
word.
Izzy.
Or
Who has the
Pereira in the future, if his career continues to go the way it is, the way he knocked out Sean Strickland, the way he beat Izzy. Pereira is a 2-division world champion in glory. I mean, he's as dynamic a striker as you're ever going to get.
let me
Leo
rephrase
Machida.
that.
Leo Machida and Wonderboy Thompson.
yeah.
Who has,
Wonderboy's
who has
amazing.
the most different strikes in MMA
John
history?
No. Different strikes. If you talked
They're
about like
significant that he can
so
fuck you up with.
you're talking about like the whole breadth of the techniques.
Taekwondo, all the
Elbows.
kicks.
You
all
might
of
say
them.
Yair.
was
That's
gonna
what I'm
say.
saying.
I was
You might say Yair.
If I'm wrong, I would love to know who's better than him.
Well,
'Cause then-
Wonder Boy, when he fought Kevin Holland, Wonder Boy, if you're just gonna have a straight stand-up fight with
Forget
Wonder
it.
Boy,
He's going to light you up.
oh my God, he's so good. The difference between a guy that's being threatened with takedowns and not being threatened with takedowns, they made some sort of crazy agreement where Kevin Holland said, "Let's just stand and bang."
Bad
and,
idea.
And Wonder Boy's like, "Okay."
He's like, hell yeah.
What?
I
how
love
many,
it.
How many strikes does Yair have in his arsenal that
That no one else
Wonder
has.
Boy, that no one else has?
Like Emmett doesn't have.
that
He
elbow.
does
Where
like
is that elbow?
the
Where does that
elbow's
come from?
amazing.
Did he make
He's
that up?
very
Or is that
creative.
Muay Thai?
No. I think that's a Muay Thai. It's basically
You're
a
not sure?
spinning elbow, but it's a spinning uppercut
Or
elbow.
up, yeah.
It's just an up.
No one's
elbow.
ever seen it, right?
No one's ever
I've
seen
never
it that
seen it.
way. Anderson landed it on Tony Ficklin, but it was a standing up elbow. Remember that?
It's
Like he
different,
stepped
though.
in. Yeah, very different.
If you saw that in a Bruce Lee movie, you'd be like, okay, he
Right.
took it too far. Like,
Exactly.
come on.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
It's too crazy.
See, I was and I didn't put money on the Emmett. We can on the Emmett Yair Rodriguez fight. I'll take the guy who's doing the meat and potatoes the best over that flashy stuff.
Sometimes.
Usually, unless it's Yair.
Sometimes.
Unless
but
it's
Max
Yair.
Holloway's meat and potatoes, and when Yair and Max Holloway fought, Max Holloway was getting lit up. I mean,
Sure.
he wound up winning that fight. It was a very close fight, and it was a dangerous fight. Yair Rodriguez throws wild shit, and he's so fast with it. Like, he'll be third round, he'll throw a fucking
Throw some wild
jumping
shit.
wheel kick.
Well,
Need a
when he
lot
was
of cardio
younger,
for that
when he was
shit.
Oh,
younger,
yeah, explode.
when he was younger, Frankie Edgar
Ate him
was
alive.
too experienced. So
Yes.
all that flash that Frankie Edgar goes, I'm just going to meet you halfway. I'm gonna meet you at a distance where those kicks don't matter. Took him down, beat him up.
Yeah,
But
that was
now-
Frankie in his prime.
Right, but
and
now
Frankie
Young
going
Yair.
down to 45, where
Right.
at 55 he was always oversized or undersized.
And
rather.
young Yair.
Yeah,
Super
young
was not ready.
Now he's MMA savvy, and he's
Yeah.
been fighting. He also took. Why did he take so much time off?
Well, I mean, sometimes guys got to reassess. I mean, who knows if it was injuries?
same
Who
with
knows why?
Yair?
But
Yeah.
yes, but what happened after he came back was he's even better.
He's
even
that
better.
Max Holloway fight.
Yes.
I was so
he took some
impressed.
time. He was going to leave the UFC. He was talking to Bellator. Then UFC at the last second signed with a long-term deal, and he took time to find a camp, got his head right. Because before it seemed like there was a bit of a mental issue there with him. Somehow he got over that hill.
Yeah.
Yo,
He's a
what is-
fucking savage.
What is
though.
going on with Dominic Cruz's suit? The fuck is happening
I
here?
love it.
Just trying to look lit.
Look at the suit.
He's Yair Rodriguez. I think is Volkanovski's biggest challenge at 45.
That button is
Biggest
driving me
challenge.
crazy, Dom. Let that button go.
I didn't
He's
see
holding
that.
on to that middle button. He's
Oh,
doing like
yeah.
one
Dude, that
button and the
button's
bottom's
like-
not button. It's like
Should we coordinate with people at home?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we will when the fights start. So
Dominic-
right now we're watching Islam just knock out Gleison Tibau. And now he's beating the shit out of, is that Davi Ramos? Who he was? Yeah. And then,
Look at how tight that
Islam
is.
is a
Oh.
monster, man.
Oh,
Dude,
He's a
Islam beat
monster.
Davi Ramos?
Yeah, I believe so.
But if you look
Didn't
at
he?
this,
Didn't he fight Davi Ramos?
Yeah, he did.
He did, right?
Yep.
He beat him.
Yep. But if
at
you look
that.
at his strength
Bro,
of schedule,
the Hangman, I was so convinced he was going to break Hangman's arm.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus, Dan, tap.
Hooker's a
Just
savage.
please tap.
Savage.
He's such an animal, but I'm like, please tap. Please tap.
see, I think I'm one of the rare guys that do the commentator stuff for fighting. I think Volkanovski can pull it off.
Well,
I don't think I'm not on the
he
same board as all
certainly-
you guys.
We're not on the same page. I certainly think he can pull it off. I want to know. That's what I want to know.
Via
I
decision.
want to see what. No, I want to see what happens. I don't know, but Islam's so big and so strong, and I'm watching the way he dominated Oliveira. I'm like, God damn!
Yeah.
I thought Oliveira was going to cause problems. I really did.
Me
Oliveira
too.
is so wild, and he's so good standing, and then his ground game is so fucking dangerous. You got to mind your P's or your Q's, or he throws up
And
triangles
think
and
about
arm bars.
Makhachev won that fight by striking and then got him down.
But the fact that he submitted him, I'm like, God damn, how good is his squeeze?
But you know
Look
what
how
the
much
key
bigger
was?
he
Yeah,
is.
You know what the key is there, Joe? You said how wild Charles is. You know who's not wild and who's calculated as a motherfucker and has a reach advantage? Volkanovski.
He has a reach advantage.
Yeah, 2-inch reach advantage.
Crazy.
Yeah.
How is that
He does,
possible?
2 inches.
Look it up. 2 inches.
That's so wild.
He's got very
Isn't it
long
funny
arms.
that why they for a little bit of time they were doing a leg reach advantage. And the leg reach is like leg reach. They were measuring leg reach like during the broadcast. Oh, so you see it there. They do have leg reach on the website, but we don't ever talk about it. But the leg reach, like think of John Jones. That leg reach is giant. It's a giant advantage.
Especially the way he uses it.
Yes.
With that front teep and all that.
Yes.
He's all the way, he's from here to there.
So does
think-
Cyril Gahn,
Yes.
which makes it interesting, that fight, because Cyril Gahn throws a front kick from the sideways stance. So he's in a karate stance sideways, and he throws a front kick off the front leg. It's a twisting kick. It's a totally different front kick, and he stabs you in the stomach with it over and over and over
It's the toughest fight for John at heavyweight because Cyril's so fucking athletic and
So
technical.
fast.
But that grappling's going to be an issue, Daddy.
be an
In the
issue.
clinch, good luck.
Don't you think, though, that he didn't prepare for Francis's grappling because he probably didn't anticipate that Francis was going to grapple him? That fight was probably like, Jesus Christ, Francis is so dangerous on the feet. You got to be prepared for nuclear bombs coming towards your head.
Just get him down.
So all your time is striking with that in that fight, moving and striking, and then all of a sudden Francis grabs him and just fucking big brothers him
Yep.
and ragdolls him to the ground a lot and just beat him up
Yeah,
on the
but
ground.
there's a big difference between preparing for a grappler
Yes.
and a grappler who's been grappling at a high level for 20 fucking years.
Like John Jones.
You can prepare all you fucking want.
Right.
What are you going to do for 3 months? You're
Right.
Like, it's not going to help.
It's not going to
That's what
happen.
Khabib said in this fight because in Khabib, they're so confident they gave away the game plan. They're going to get in the clinch, wear him out, take him down, submit him.
It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing, but Volkanovski was a national champion in Australia, wrestling.
And he used to be 220 pounds.
Yes,
He's not a small
very,
guy.
He's a very good wrestler. There's no doubt about it. But is he good enough to deal with the size and the fucking squeeze that Islam has?